quick recap here of the matches that started us off here. Daniel Gorak taking 2 out of 3 over Romain Laurence. That's where that first yellow card was earned for the Carolina Gold Rush. Jeremy Hazin in the tightest of margins, overcoming Daniel Gonzalez. The doubles saw the mixed pairing prevail over the men. Pretty dominant style there in the third, 11-2. We saw a mixed singles between Matilda Ekholm and Kai Zhang. A couple of pretty awesome rallies from Ekholm, but ultimately Kai Zhang with the sweep. And of course, as you just saw, a rally-packed and explosive match between the two Frenchmen, Benjamin Brossier and Enzo Angles. Enzo, 11-9, third game, just comes out on top. Get into a golden game. Some big changes in there, obviously. A lot of the matchups shifting. I think Jeremy and Matilda is going to be a really interesting matchup. I'm sure Jeremy will be feeling a little bit of pressure there. Hong and Gonzalez. Another great mixed matchup. We've seen the golden game order change to have more mixed matchups in the second half of this season than in the first. I think it was a trend that was kind of trailblazed a bit by Eric Owens when he put Dan Liu in the lineup against Hong Lin. It was one of the big changes made by the Chicago Wind to try and conquer the nightmares that they were having with the golden game.
Laurence takes 2 out of 3 from Duran. A reminder of the odds being very much against Florida. Teams with a 5-0 lead to start the golden game this year are 33-2. Very nearly. Oh, that caught the edge, and Brossier has had some good fortune at times against Enzo.
Enzo just walking over to the bench and shrugging.
Florida was 1 point away from overcoming a 5-point deficit against Princeton yesterday.
Seven, 3.
Brossier's flustered Angles a little bit here.
Yeah, he's done a really good job of driving the ball out wide to Enzo's forehand. Enzo having to cover a lot of space here on the table. That's the serve. Kai Zhang coming in to face off with Daniel Gorak.
There's a little something extra here, a little extra mojo for Florida. This is their final golden game of the first season of Major League Table Tennis.
5-8.
Crocs 12-9 in the golden game this season.
6.
Gorak off to a good start here. Could potentially bring the Crocs within chomping distance.
See what you did there.
Kai a little bit too eager on that forehand opportunity. Set the ball up really well, but drove the ball into the net. Gorak 1 away from a sweep here. And he gets denied it by Zhang Kai. Big backhand attack.
9-7.
Jeremy against Ekholm. I mean, Jeremy, he doesn't really have the power to hit through Matilda, but he has good control to move her around. 2 lefties against each other. Serve return against Ekholm is going to be really important.
Service error.
Except in this case.
He's not going to be happy about that miss. Jeremy Hazine that far from the table very often. Fought his way back.
Big counter on the forehand. Both players kind of flailing on the backhand to get the ball back on. And Ekholm delivers for the Florida Crocs.
Yeah, earns a split.
She's been a solid performer against the male players in the Golden Games.
Here we go, Hong Lin versus Daniel Gonzalez. Hong Lin has been one of the best players, not just females, but one of the best players overall in the Golden Games all season long. Gonzalez has been one of the weaker players. See if that follows through today. Hong Lin was in control of that point the whole way.
Comes to the Golden Game, Hong Lin's got some records to set clear. Wants to come out here strong today.
She was in a tough spot yesterday, that 20-all ultimate golden point. Played aggressive, sent a ball long. Angela Guan prevailed. Tough one to swallow, though, to sleep through. Back, 2 straight for Lin.
13-9.
On Daniel's serve. Now 2 serves for Hong.
Gonzalez with a big attack off the serve.
13-10. Let's play.
Unless we get to 20-all, that's the final point of the season for Daniel Gonzalez, and he wins the final 2 points on Hong Lin's serve to salvage his split. Now it's Lawrence and Duran. Final 4 points of Mark Duran's MLTT season right here. Ramon's now won 3 of the first 4 against Duran, including the first 3 points to start this Golden Game out.
Ramon clips the net, but sends a forehand down the line. Carolina Gold Rush getting a little bit of room to breathe here.
Florida's going to need Brossier to step up again against Enzo.
I think Hong definitely redeemed herself by taking pressure off the team here today.
Roman Lawrence locked in here in the Golden Game. 1 point away from a golden sweep. Duran salvages the last point. It's a 4-point game. Angles and Brossier return to the table.
She got some clarification on the yellow card situation from Sean O'Neill, which is funny because you were asking for him on the sideline. Second offensive is docked 1 point. The third offensive is 2 penalty points. And the fourth is sent to the referee. Thank you, Sean, for scrolling through the ITTF handbook for us.
Oh, just missed the back edge of the table. Angles with 2 serves and a 4-point lead. See 2 comebacks from teams trailing to start the Golden Game this weekend. It's been a rarity, not just this season, but particularly the second half of the season.
Enzo on the attack.
I mean, Enzo's had some Golden Games that he's wanted back, but this is a strong sequence here. He's 1 point away from golden sweep that more than likely. send Carolina to the finish line. Great stuff from Brossier.
What a point.
That's the final point he'll play in the first season of Major League Table Tennis, Matt. It's a nice one to end on. See what Gorak can do against Kai Jiang. He played well against him last time. Back to a 3-point game. A golden sweep would tie it up. Ekholm and Hazim would face the next 4 pressure pack points. We're going to get a timeout first.
Gorak kind of.
你干他，搏杀他呀！
我刚想拧他，他晃我。
搏杀他。
Gravity behind the golden game right now. This single game 21 is worth 16 points.
No, because
right now the gold rush.
I was thinking like
is
not
winning
this, not
10 games to 5.
but maybe I should.
Maybe make simple and then boom, then you have a normal ball. Yeah. Because if you make this so much spin or this so much spin, you like see the ball comes like this.
Huge swing.
Come on, it's very hard. Come. Ah, go for the win. Let's go.
Time.
I think Kai's feeling the pressure knowing that
15,
Florida
18.
Crocs are on 15 points and closing the gap a little.
Certainly more conviction in those swings from Kai Jiang. What did Gorak do before at that timeout that you were about to comment on?
I think he was ready to serve, so the timeout was right as he was about to serve.
Timeout, Crocs.
Now we're going to get a Florida timeout.
Look at, I love that little nod of the head from Frank Arias. He's like, yep,
Same thing.
I have one too.
I send the kicker. Okay.
Where are my Florida Crocs
Just,
in here?
you know, if it's if you don't see it, probably it's. So I think go for it. In any case, go for it. In any case, go for it.
And if you play speaker, is back on?
Right before last dance golden game, I was saying
I think if you go banana,
Yeah.
also come in minute.
sometimes
To play.
we'll get to 2020, and that's the golden point in the golden game.
Come on, let's go.
And then it happened last night.
Well, the final match of the regular season for Florida and Carolina. I think that's the first time all year we've had timeouts called 1 point apart from one another.
That was certainly a little entertainment factor in that.
19 serving 15, John 2 points away. And that service ace gets Carolina to match point. The 5-0 lead certainly looms large, doesn't it? Carolina closes out the regular season with a 16-5 victory over the Florida Crocs as Kai Jiang finishes the golden game 21-15.